Welcome, welcome, my dears, my sisters. I'm so excited to launch the Learn to Trust Your Inner Wisdom so you can confidently remake your life after cancer series. Wow, that's a lot of words. But what you need to know is that today, on day one, calm, you will learn a handful of simple techniques to help you transform anxiety into serenity. First, I want to tell you a little bit about me and introduce myself. So my name is Debbie Carlson-Gould. I'm an I'm an after cancer wisdom partner. I'm a 5-year cancer survivor. I had ovarian cancer in 2016. I was diagnosed and treated that year. I had a dose-dense course of chemotherapy in 2016, and it was a rough year, as you know. So for me, cancer was a little bit of a wake-up call. After that meat grinder of a year, 2016, I realized that something needed to shift. So the full stop that was required of me during that year, because I couldn't do much, gave me a chance to examine my life. And I saw how sad and limited my life had been. And I saw how this was mostly because of my own choices and my own beliefs. Oh my God. Yeah. I saw that my heart and my soul needed healing. My spirit needed healing. My relationships needed healing. So I looked for everything I could find to help heal my precious heart and soul. Because during and after treatment, no one on my team ever talked to me about survivorship. I don't know if that's true for you, but if you're like some of the other people in the group who've been sharing their experiences, it feels pretty common. So no one ever talked about what it looks and feels like after cancer, after treatment, after all that intensive appointments and your chemo or your radiation or whatever sort of active treatment that you had. And then there's all these really frequent follow-ups and appointments and everything. And then once all that comes to an end, like, now what? And I think we were all kind of like, now what? It was never discussed, like, what do you expect in the months after treatment ends, or years for a lot of us still are like struggling with this whole now what feeling. You might be tuned into this wisdom series because you had that same experience and you're having those same feelings. Maybe you're feeling lost and confused right now. Maybe you're like I was and you realized that the life you had before cancer is not the life you want anymore. Maybe you're afraid to make changes to your life. Maybe you don't even know what you want or how to get from here to there, and there being that joyful, satisfying, wholehearted life that you've always dreamed of and of course you deserve. Well, you've come to the right place, because at the end of this 5-part series, you are going to feel infused with confidence. You will possess your own sacred inner wisdom basket that you wove and filled for yourself. A sacred inner wisdom basket that you can dip into anytime you feel worried or anxious or faced with a choice that you're not sure about. Does that sound good? Okay, let's get started. So the first thing we're going to do today is build your sacred inner wisdom basket. And we're going to do that with a process of guided visualization. So if you've never done a guided visualization before, it's kind of like a meditation. You close your eyes and I guide you through a series of steps to help you visualize the activity of building your sacred inner wisdom basket in this case. So what I'm going to have you do now is adjust yourself in your seat, get as comfortable as you possibly can, wherever it is that you are, wherever it is you find yourself today. If possible, to have your spine straight and your feet, both feet on the floor. You may place both hands in your lap or wherever they feel most comfortable to you. And begin to sort of focus and slow down your breathing. If it feels comfortable to you, I invite you to close down your eyes. If that doesn't feel comfortable, then perhaps you can lower your gaze down at the floor or your feet, or soften your gaze. Now I want you to bring your attention to your breathing. Just notice the inhales and the exhales. Begin now to deepen your breathing, slow and deepen. So slow, deep breath in, slow out. Another one like that. And out. And one more slow in. And hold it for a moment. And then let it out. Good. Now picture a glowing, light-filled ball hovering just above your head. It's a beautiful, golden, shimmering ball filled with light, shining out beautiful golden light. And now imagine this beautiful golden ball of light is sending a beam down toward you. This beam of light is touching your head and slipping down over the sides of your head. It feels so good, like warm, melted butter, golden, beautiful light, shimmering, slipping down your shoulders, beginning to fill you with light. So now your whole head's filled with light, your neck's filled with light, and your shoulders are filled with light. And as this beautiful golden glimmering liquid light slides down over your shoulders and arms, you begin to fill your arms with light. Down to your hands. Hands are filled with light, and this beautiful liquid golden light moves into your body, into your chest, filling you with beautiful golden light, down into your belly, into your hips, your pelvic area, down your legs. Just beautiful golden liquid light just filling you up all the way down your legs and into your feet. Now you're completely filled with this beautiful, loving, golden liquid light. And you're so full that the light begins to beam out of the tips of your fingers and the tips of your toes. And you're so filled with light, and so much light is inside of you and coming out of you that begins to form this beautiful golden light bubble around you, and you're completely cocooned in this loving, golden, beautiful light, and your body is filled with this beautiful golden light, and you're held and loved in this light. Now bring your attention to your heart center, and this golden light is filling your chest and opens your heart center up, opening it wide and filling it with beautiful golden liquid light, and it feels so loving and good. And you now have this beautiful, sweet, welcoming space in your heart center in which to create and hold your inner wisdom basket. Now, imagine the most beautiful and gorgeous basket making materials you can find. Maybe they're beautiful golden or silver limbs, beautiful supple limbs that you can use to weave your basket. Perhaps golden thread or miraculous colors of yarn and wood to weave together. Whatever the most beautiful materials that you can find to make your own sacred inner wisdom basket. Bring those together to you now. Gather them together. Now hold the materials in your hands and infuse them with the beautiful golden light from your fingertips. Really just using that light that's beaming out from your fingers and filling these gorgeous materials full of your love and your light. Now, begin weaving the materials together to form your sacred basket. Doesn't matter if you've never made a basket before or you're not sure how to do it. Somehow, right now in this space, you have special magic that allows you to weave and construct your own beautiful sacred basket. Now hold this intention, these intentions, and these affirmations as you construct and weave your basket. And you may even want to silently repeat each one of these after me. I am grateful for my life. I am gentle with myself. I am patient with myself. I am resilient. I am worthy and deserving of all the goodness I imagine. I have faith in myself. I trust myself to make good choices. I believe in myself and my own magic. Continue working on your basket until you feel complete. Once you feel your basket is complete, take it and nestle it in next to your heart. You have plenty of room there in that beautiful open golden space in your heart center in your chest. When you feel ready, take a couple of slow, deep breaths to begin to bring yourself back. In and out. Breathing in, breathing out. Slowly begin to move your fingers and toes. Bring your attention to your eyes. When you feel ready, open your eyes. Beautiful, beautiful. Now we will begin to fill your basket. I will share with you now a couple of soulful and simple techniques that you can place inside your basket to keep if you wish. We're going to start with breath work. Breath work is one of the easiest ways to calm down your nervous system quickly. And it's been around forever. You might have heard of it before. And there's many different techniques of breath work, but I'm just going to share with you today one of the very simplest ones just to get you started. So it's called conscious breathing. And so what conscious breathing means is you're just aware and you're focused on your breath for the full breathing cycle, your full inhale and your full exhale, from the time it enters your nostrils, travels down your throat, into your lungs, all the way, filling your lungs up to the bottom. And then on the exhale, your attention is focused on the breath leaving your body, starting from the bottom of your lungs and moving all the way up through your throat and then out again through your nostrils. So let's practice that for a minute. So what that means is as you inhale, you notice the touch of cool air against your nostrils. And with your mind's eye, you follow the breath down into your throat and into your lungs and into the bottom of your lungs, filling your lungs all the way. And then as you exhale, your attention is focused on following the breath that's in the very bottom of your lungs and out again through your nose. So I invite you now to place a hand on your lower rib cage and one on your belly so you can actually feel your body moving to accommodate the breath, and that will help you focus your attention on that breath. So let's just do a couple like that. It helps if you close your eyes. So I'm just going to breathe along with you and assume that you're following along. Okay, so I did 3 breaths there. I'm not sure how many you were able to fit in that amount of time. But see if you noticed that while you were focused on your breath, you weren't able really to think about anything else like worries or fears or feeling sad or regret about something that happened in the past or worrying about the future. You were fully present in this present moment and focusing on your breath. And this breath work not only calms your mind, but it also calms your body. It's a proven method to soothing your nervous system. And so it works in a couple of ways in your mind and in your body. So let's take breath work as one of those beautiful, soulful techniques that you're putting in your basket, and just in your mind, in your imagination, just tuck it into your basket. Tuck it into your sacred inner wisdom basket there. Hold on to that for later. Okay. So the next technique I want to share with you is moments of stillness. Sounds simple, and it is exactly how it sounds. It's just basically taking 1 minute, 2 minutes, 5 minutes to just be still and not do anything. So if you're like me, or how I used to be a lot more, rushing from activity to activity, from work to shopping to hobbies, crafting, whatever it is, all the things that we do. I felt like for some reason I was always in a hurry and needed to rush through all those things. And that tends to ramp up our nervous system when we're rushing from thing to thing, or we feel like we don't have enough time to finish or get to something. I'm sure you've experienced that too. So a moment of stillness is just being intentional about taking time and setting that aside for you to just do nothing. And it doesn't have to be a big deal. It's super simple. And I know sometimes we think that something that's this simple can't possibly work, or what, so why should I even try it? But I'm telling you, these things that I'm teaching with you today sound simple, but they actually work, especially if you apply them consistently and over time. You will definitely feel a difference in your body and your soul and in your mind. So, a moment of stillness, I'll give you an example. This is one that I used to use often and still do sometimes, is rushing through my day. Full day of work, on my way home, got to stop at the store. Maybe I got to stop at the post office. There's a bunch of stuff to do in between all the stuff I have to do. There's still all this other stuff I have to do. So pull into the grocery store parking lot, turn off the key. But instead of jumping out of the car right away and grabbing my cart and running into the store to get everything done, why not try turning off the key, putting it in your purse right away? Because sometimes I do this and I forget and leave my key in the ignition. That's not part of the training, but just goofy detail about my life. Anyway, so make sure you turn your key off and put your key in your purse. And then just instead of rushing out of the car, just take a few moments to yourself. You could close your eyes. You could do the breathwork technique that I just shared with you or not. You could simply just choose to sit in silence with your eyes closed and just feel your body sitting in the car. Notice how your body, all the places it's in contact with your seat, so the backs of your legs, your back, your feet on the floor. Just take a few moments to yourself. 1, 2, or even 5 minutes, even when you're in a rush, will not make that huge of a difference in how quickly you get everything done or whether or not you can get all of your things done. And you will notice how much calmer and relaxed you feel as you finish the rest of your errands or your chores or whatever that might be. I hope you find that helpful. So let's take that, the present moment awareness, just sort of bundle that up and tuck that into your sacred inner wisdom basket in your heart. So now you have breath work, and now you have moments of stillness. And then the third technique I'm going to share with you today, which is very similar, all of these three are related, is called present moment awareness. And present moment awareness, it's another simple sounding technique. However, many and most people find it very difficult to do because human beings, our minds are usually focused on the future, making plans or thinking about what's going to happen or what might happen or worrying about what could happen or might happen, or our minds are focused on some in the past. Either we're running through our minds conversations that we've had that maybe we could have said something different or done better, or maybe we're just crazy that way, like me. Sometimes I have all kinds of things running in my head. Or we feel sad or depressed about something that happened in the past. So rather than being future focused or past focused, we can be right here, right now. And that's really right here and right now is really the only moment, the only thing that we have to work with in our lives. Can't do anything about what happened in the past now, and we really can't really impact the future too much. So what we can do is just focus on the now. And the way that present moment awareness helps calm us is by taking all of that stuff, future and past, and making it irrelevant and placing you right here and right now. And the way to do that in a way that is calming and relaxing is to pick something maybe to focus on. So, for example, you may choose to close your eyes and tune in to your hearing and just focus on your attention on all the different sounds that you can hear right in the here and now. So perhaps you can even pick up on the different layers of sound, like sounds coming that are in the near distance and sounds that are in the far distance, and just tune in your hearing to that. That's full present moment awareness. You might be surprised at how much that will soothe you and calm you and relieve you of some of the worries that you might be carrying. Another technique that I use is to focus on an object, even your own hand. So I do this sometimes before bed because I tend to get monkey mind, and my mind is just filled with all kinds of thoughts and feelings and worries, just like you. And it makes it difficult to relax and fall asleep. So I will often just look at my own hand and notice on the knuckles all the little wrinkles and lines. Put all my attention and all my awareness into looking at my hand. I can see all the little freckles, like the little age spots, the veins. I can see that the tendons that connect my hand to my fingers, my cuticles, my nails. I found it surprising how soothing that can be. It can really be anything, any object, as long as you're completely focused on it. And it really is a form of meditation, focused awareness, focused attention, present moment awareness. So I know, again, this sounds really simple. And how could it possibly work if it's so simple? But it does. So I invite you now to take this idea of present moment awareness and bundle that up and tuck it into your sacred inner wisdom basket that's there next to your heart. And that beautiful golden space around your heart and around your basket. Just tuck that in there for you to use whenever you wish. So I hope these have been helpful. I look forward to possibly hearing from you in the discussion of our Goddesses in Survivorship Facebook group to find out how these might be working for you. And in fact, I'm going to give you a little bit of homework and ask you to put a post in our Goddesses in Survivorship Facebook group answering the question, which of these 3 techniques that you learned today, feel easiest for you to start practicing in your life right away? And why did you pick that particular technique? And the reason I want you to post is because the other people in the group can also gain some wisdom and insight from what you had to share. And so in that way, we can all support each other, which is in the spirit of our group and why we're here. So thank you so much for joining me today. Please join me tomorrow for day 2 of Learn to Trust Your Inner Wisdom. Day 2 is Clear, where we will do some soul searching about your life before cancer and learn how what you discover about that time may relate to some of the challenges that you're facing in your life today. So I hope to see you there. Thank you again. I'm so grateful for you, and I love you, and hope to see you out there.